hip hop is dying, music consumption is dying, money's getting dried up, people are losing ideas. Drake dropped three albums in one day. It's not getting the love it should. He had a big meteoric rise and then a massive fall. And now Chris Brown is getting bare hate on this album, and I don't really understand it. Like Chris Brown is people's like, my man beat up Rihanna and people still love him. Like, so for him to get hate on the album must actually have some validity to why people are hating on it. You get what I'm saying? But welcome everybody, welcome to Don't Get Hit with a Brick. And obviously, like I said, this video is about music. It's about Chris Brown mainly, and about the fall of hip hop. So Chris Brown has actually found a unique way to basically release his music. Let's get on to the controversial side of things first. Yeah, people are saying this album's a piece of poo. Why is it a piece of poo? Piece of poo. This album's a piece of poo. Soulless hit chasing music with nothing going on for it. Piece of poo. Pitchfork have gone viral after posting a brutal review of Chris Brown's new album Brown. The music publication gave the album a 1.3 out of 10 rating before sharing the review on X with captions, "This album's is a real piece of poo." So Pitchfork review Chris Brown. No, like, fuck it. Because we know that obviously people commenting on the album in terms of like famous people or like establishments commenting on albums are obviously not a vidicant to the actual public's opinions of the album. So Chris Brown new album review. What are people saying about piece of poo? Are you gonna load?
Album is here, and I don't think you guys are gonna like this. Welcome to the greatest show on earth.
And action.
Hey, quick question: if Picasso is here,
a lot of people say, well, he does a lot of the same records, and it's like rinse and repeat. And I've felt like that at moments, but I also do know, like, if you create at this high of a clip, most likely you're going to create some of the same sounding stuff, or not same sounding stuff, but sonically they're going to kind of be in the same realm. I'm not mad at that. But so we get Fallen. Let's go. Album drops. And
so there you have it. There's mixed reviews. People can appreciate his artistry, but at the same time can be disappointed with how it has been produced. So this is very indicative and has a very thought-provoking for me. It's made me link it to another subject that I did want to talk about the fall of hip-hop. And I did a recent radio interview with DJ Sim City and on Ujima Radio, and I basically said hip hop doesn't exist anymore. And obviously it does exist, yeah, but what I meant is like hip hop as it once was doesn't exist. Like the beats are completely different. It's more of a fusion of like punk, rap, pop, hop. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not the same. But here is a in-depth video of what one guy has to say, and then we'll go back to Chris Brown because this is a Chris Brown video, but I thought it's important to have this for context.
Raced by the Billboard Hot 100. No matter what everybody's saying, it's actually not hip-hop's fault. Because for the first time in nearly 36 years, there's not one hip-hop song in the top 40. Some are blaming the hip-hop community itself for going after the genre.
Obviously, the top 40, he's meaning the top 40 charts official. Obviously, Drake has been in the top 40. He filled 43 spaces in the top 50 Apple Music charts, but he's talking about the top 40 official charts.
His hitmaker. It's not Kendrick's fault or Metro's fault or anybody that went at Drake's fault. Streaming didn't F the game up. Don't blame mumble rap. It's not lean. It actually has nothing to do with hip-hop. What if I were to tell you that the answer was as simple as what Lion King was trying to teach us 30 years ago? To explain this, let's look at rock and how it compares to hip-hop. As far back as the late 1940s, there's early signs of rock music thanks to artists like Roy Brown and their song, Let's Get Rockin' Tonight. That's the equivalent of these early 70s Bronx parties that DJ Kool Herc used to...
I know he's talking about rock, but please have patience. It will circle around.
That birthed what would become hip-hop. But the artist experimented with a new sonic concept. In the 50s, rock scores its first hits. You get Bill Haley and the Comets rock around the clock. Just as how in the late 70s, we get hip-hop's first hit, the Sugar Hill Gang with Rapper's Delight. A couple years after Bill Haley, we get rock's first superstar, Elvis Presley. A couple years after the Sugar Hill Gang, we get rap's first superstars, Run DMC. These superstars are even more important because in each example, this is where the genre of music starts to influence lifestyle and fashion. But what follows this moment in both cases? Rebellion and controversy. For rock, it's bands talking about grass and the devil. For hip-hop, it's NWA and gangster rap. What follows that? In both cases, the genre's biggest commercial success to date. The 70s saw rock reach stadiums with Led Zeppelin and Queen. The 90s gave us rap's first radio stars in Tupac and Biggie. Now we're at the point where both genres have arrived and the rich become the spoiled. What follows stadium rock in the 70s is 80s excess glam metal, while the 2000s are defined by the bling era of hip-hop. After that, both genres become vulnerable. Think the depressed sound and look of grunge after hair metal in the early 90s. The lonesomeness of early Drake. After this, both genres begin flirting with one another. Grunge leads to rap metal, and Drake leads to Post Malone, who literally scores the #1 hit with a rap song called Rockstar. So what's the final frontier for both? Emo. Rock in the mid-2000s with bands like Fall Out Boy, Panic at the Disco, or Blink-182 self-titled. Or rap in the late 2010s, early 2020s with Juice WRLD, XXX, and Peep. But after
So this is the evolution of music. So he's saying how rap music has followed the rock music. How rock, well, obviously, we all know rock was originally by black people. But then Elvis Presley became the biggest. And then it kind of went into some devil worshipping stuff. And now it turned into some emo shit. And then now it's gone back to this classical roots. And now rap music hit its highest heights, and then it went into some devil worshipping shit, and then now it's gone into the emo phase, and then it's about to go back to its roots again.
Is no longer the cultural
Because we're forgetting about the mumble rap, we're forgetting about the oversaturation of music as well. It was really bad.
it once was. Just as what hip-hop is currently going through this week. At a certain point, you're out of ideas with any genre of music. Think of it like physical land. There is simply nowhere else to explore. And so the sound grows stale. The topics explored become redundant. And audiences lose interest. That's why anytime rock has a moment now, it's a revival, like with pop punk or classic rock. So there you have it. Two genres born 20 years apart following the exact same timeline. So it's not hip-hop's fault. It's just the circle of life. You thought I was going to forget about Lion King.
So this is what I mean by in terms of how it links with Chris Brown, because now rap music or hip hop music has been around for so long, there's little more exploration for it to do. Like that's why you've had a lot of hybrid genres of rap and autotune, rap and punk, rap and rock, rap and everything. Like drill took over for a bit. And then obviously you had the R&B era, and like there's just a lot of fusions with hip hop, and now it's basically run out of ideas. So hence why Chris Brown has hit everybody with a brick and sustained himself, but produced repetitive music. So just to circle back to Chris Brown before we end the video, he changed the way artists release albums. So Chris Brown is actually innovating as well, because we know that the way people consume music is different. Spotify gives people penny on the dollar, and now it's about people having their own communities and actually their own infrastructure to capitalize and make money for themselves rather than having a middleman.
To just change the game with how albums are released. With the launch of his new Brown Live website, Chris is offering a pre-order window on the website where fans can buy the album. The website also features a global chat where Chris will be communicating with his fans real time, which is leading up to the release day live stream, where everybody will be able to experience the album release.
Now let's remember, 50 Cent and Soulja Boy all did this first. 50 Cent did it on his G Unit webpage when he was selling his sneakers back in the day, the G Unit trainer sneakers, whatever you want to call it. He did have a website for his G Unit music. There was a little chat box for everyone to chat in there. Obviously, me being younger, I didn't really understand it. I was like, bro, that's weird. Why are you going on? That's weird, isn't it? But growing up and understanding how the world works and communication and consumption and all of these things, it made a lot of sense. 50 Cent and Soulja Boy are always ahead of their time.
Together and react all at the same time. And I think moving forward, this will be the rollout for many of the new albums that are coming for a lot of artists.
Independent artists, I have just changed the game. This is my other phone. This is a client I just set this up for. I'm going to click play. And as you can see, it lights up on the map immediately. Click on it.
I think this is an ad now, but this is pretty cool.
Bam. And the fan gets your message right across their screen. Boom. You thought it wasn't going to show up, didn't you? Fan is still listening.
That's funny. His thing's called Toxic Love, and my album's called, my EP's called Trap Love.
You can talk with your fans.
That's sick.
Live.
That's sick.
They're listening to your music.
That is sick.
Hey, Kevlar, that motherfucker fire.
Yeah, that is cold. That is cold. So, Chris Brown, obviously, I've not listened to the album myself, so I don't really know what it's saying. However, People are not rating it whatsoever. So guys, if you listen to Chris Brown's new album, please let me know what you think of it down below. Is it worth the listen? Is it good? I might listen to it after I listen to Drake's album, who knows. But yeah, this has been Don't Get Hit With a Brick, and I'll see you guys in the next one.